Hello IP6. This is our 8th video lesson and it is the first lesson that you should be watching on Friday. So please make sure that this is the first lesson that you've watched. On Tuesday we started a new chapter, chapter 6, Pronouns, and first we are going to check the homework for that first lesson, which was telling you about pronouns and antecedents. So make sure you've got your workbook ready to check that homework, please. Okay, so this is Tuesday's homework, workbook page 114. You had to read the sentence, find the pronoun, and write its antecedent. So number 1, Elizabeth Cochrane had a special goal and succeeded in reaching it. The pronoun is it, and it refers to goal. I'll also accept special goal or a special goal. Number 2, she wanted to be a reporter for the Pittsburgh Dispatch. The pronoun is she, and it's referring to Elizabeth Cochrane, not reporter. It's referring to Elizabeth Cochrane, who is mentioned in the sentence before. Remember, pronouns can have their antecedent in a different sentence. Number 3, Elizabeth wrote to the paper's editor. He offered Elizabeth a job. The pronoun is he, and it refers to editor. Again, I'll accept the paper's editor or paper's editor. Number 4, Elizabeth chose a pen name. It was Nellie Bly. Now the pronoun is it, and it refers to her pen name. So I'll accept a pen name, or even name, but not Nellie Bly. Number 5, Nellie Bly went to work for the New York World. It was a famous paper. It refers to New York World, or the New York World, not famous paper. Number 6, Nellie met workers and poor people. They told Nellie about slums. The pronoun is they, refers to workers, poor people, or again you can have workers and poor people. Number 7, when Nellie reported on conditions in jails, she worked undercover. The pronoun is she, refers to Nellie. Number 8, people criticised Nellie. They did not approve of her undercover work. The pronoun is they, and it refers to people. Number 9, the publisher supported Nellie. He gave Nellie important assignments. The pronoun is he, refers to the antecedent publisher or the publisher. Number 10, this reporter became famous. She paved the way for other reporters. Pronoun is she, antecedent is reporter or this reporter. So please give yourselves a score out of 10. To pass, you need 7. But I hope most people are getting 9 or 10 out of 10. Okay, so on Tuesday we talked about pronouns and their antecedents. Today we're going to talk about subject and object pronouns, which I'm sure you've done many times before. You did it in grade 3, you should have done it in grades 4 and 5, but we do need to go over them quickly. So the subject of a sentence tells who or what the sentence is about, and we use subject pronouns to replace nouns in the subject of a sentence. So, for example, Ty needs to borrow a pencil. We can replace the subject Ty with he. He needs to borrow a pencil. Or Tono and I got lost on our way to the park. I replace Tono and I with the pronoun we. We got lost on our way to the park. One thing that I just want to remind you, usually the subject pronoun is at the start of a sentence, but it can also appear after the linking verb be. So if I say he is the loudest in the class. I could also say the loudest in the class is he. Is part of the special verb be, and you can write he afterwards. Again, they were pirates, pirates were they. We've got subject pronoun after a linking verb. Now we know that nouns can be singular or plural, which means that subject pronouns can also be singular or plural. We've got the singular subject pronouns I, you, he, she, and it, and the plural subject pronouns we, you, and they. Again, you can be singular or plural if I'm talking to one person or more than one person. Now, the object of a sentence receives the action of a verb, and that means that we use object pronouns after action verbs if we want to replace a noun. Now, that means that usually an object pronoun is in the predicate of a sentence, but we can also use object pronouns after the words to, for, with, in, and at. So that might not necessarily be in the predicates. So Crook threw the book away. The book receives the action of the throw. We can change the book to it. Crook threw it away. Or this cake is for Pooper. Now is a linking verb like we've just discussed, but we've got this word for. I can replace Pooper with the object pronoun him. This cake is for him. So like subject pronouns, object pronouns can be singular and plural. And the pronouns you and it can be used as either a subject pronoun or an object pronoun. So singular object pronouns are me, you, him, her, and it, and plural object pronouns are us, you, and them. Now, when you are writing, it is important that you do not get confused with subject and object pronouns. You should not use an object pronoun in the subject of a sentence. You should not use a subject pronoun after an action verb or one of those words that we've just talked about. So I cannot say him is coming to the party tonight. I say he is coming to the party tonight. I would not say I will go with she. I would say I will go with her. Okay, please look in your textbook at page 279, and questions 1 to 10 also continue to page 280, at the top of page 280. You have to look at the pronoun that has been underlined, and you need to tell me if it's being used as a subject pronoun or as an object pronoun. So when I tell you to pause the video. If you don't have your textbook, you'll have to do it on paper, and press play when you have finished. So please pause now. Okay, have you finished? If you finished up to number 10, so make sure you've done the ones on page 280 as well, then you can continue watching for the answers. Number 1, I am learning about the eagle. I is a subject pronoun. Number 2, it is a very powerful and unusual bird. It is also a subject pronoun. Number 3, the Great Seal of the United States displays it. It is now being used as an object pronoun. Number 4, eagles are important to us. Us is an object pronoun. Number 5, years ago people hunted them. Them is an object pronoun. Number 6, pollution affects them. Them is an object pronoun. Number 7, now they are protected by strict laws. They is a subject pronoun. Number 8, they live for as long as 30 years. They is a subject pronoun. Number 9, we can find eagles in the wilderness of the United States and Canada. We is a subject pronoun. And number 10, Elliot has seen them only in pictures. Them is an object pronoun. So give yourselves a score out of 10. Okay, now look at questions 11 to 17 at the bottom of page 280. You need to read the sentence, look at the pronouns that are in parentheses, and circle or underline the correct pronoun. Also, you need to tell me if you are using a subject pronoun or an object pronoun. So you've got two things to do. Choose the correct pronoun, then write either subject or object. So please do questions 11 to 17. Press pause and press play when you've finished. So please pause now. Okay, if you are finished up to number 17, keep watching for the answers. Okay, so number 11, they soared high in the sky. They is a subject pronoun. Number 12, Alan spotted them and they amazed him. Them and him are both object pronouns. Number 13, I shouted and the eagles stared fiercely at us. I is a subject pronoun, us is an object pronoun. Number 14, Harry stared back at them and he felt brave. Them is an object pronoun, he is a subject pronoun. Number 15, Tonya knows a lot about eagles and she admires them. She is a subject pronoun. Number 16, we can see many in Alaska according to her. We is a subject pronoun, her is an object pronoun. And number 17, they have wings that spread to 7 feet. They is a subject pronoun. Okay, so please give yourselves a score out of 7. No half points, you need to get everything correct. Okay, that is the end of this lesson. Your homework for this lesson is Workbook Page 118. Today is Friday, you have 2 lessons, and this is your first lesson. Make sure you finish that workbook page before you watch the next lesson, please. So make sure you finish page 118 before lesson 116. Quickly, before we go, I'll just show you what to do there. Okay, this is workbook page 118. You've got 18 sentences. Like we've just done, first you need to choose the correct pronoun. Then on this line, you label it as either a subject pronoun or an object pronoun. So very similar to the work that we just did. Okay, IP6, that is the end of this lesson. So like I told you, please make sure you finish workbook page 118 before you watch our second lesson today. Until then, thank you IP6. Bye-bye.